super freeze that won't end, jet streams bending in on themselves, atmospheric rivers flowing, Middle East freezing, northern hemisphere locking into a mini ice age. I don't know. Is somebody telling us something, or are they giving us clues? And when you thought it stopped pegging off the chart again, these are degrees Celsius. So 25 Celsius is something around 40 Fahrenheit below the normal temperature anomaly. That incredibly light teal bordering light blue shows it all. I thought that might have been a mistake, but as we move through, right around the 13, 14, 15, you see the same thing. It is literally off the charts. This is Fahrenheit anomalies, at least 33 degrees plus. Now, you think with our modern day temperature instrumentation, they could take us to where it truly is. Are we that barbaric and caveman-ish that we can't put the full temperature range on there? This just shows you we have pegged the charts and they have not added new bands in yet, because the cold is so ferocious for December that we're not used to this and we haven't seen it before. Otherwise, I'd have a 35 or a 40 or a 45 or a 50 Fahrenheit anomaly on these charts. They do not. What's going wrong and why haven't they? Or are they not telling you something and this is how they're hiding it? These, well, let's say movers of society. Wouldn't want to spook the masses. Jet stream winds, you can see where it's dipping, where it's going to pound. This incredible cold Midwest over the Great Lakes, you can see where the blue is, follow it, and that's where the winds are getting stronger as well, especially when you get up toward Greenland past Newfoundland. Look how incredibly powerful that gets. What else are you seeing here? That black is off the chart, but I'm asking, why is there not higher bands to show us the 200, the 220, the 250 mile per hour range? Is that too much to ask in this age of AI and data crunching synthesis across all disciplines? Can I not ask for a higher range to see truly where the winds are? It's insane. It's happening in both charts on the temperature and the wind flows. What are they hiding is the question. Atmospheric river flowing into California, looking at 20 plus inches of rain in addition to the record cold. This comes off the 7,000 mile atmospheric river stretching from the Philippines to the US. They really haven't seen anything like this, although we can see it on a global phenomenon now. But if we zoom in on that just a little bit, the type of river that's flowing is of what is considered an extended moisture anomaly. That is 3 for 3. What is happening with our atmosphere? It is a very simple question, and I think I should be able to ask this. We go out to, what's the 12th of December, and you see that wispy cotton colored, again, off the chart cold. And it's right over those same areas that we're going to have the 33 plus Fahrenheit, 25 plus Celsius below the normal averages, and they still can't show us here because it is off the chart again. Strange and unusual. Let's go to the snow. Wait a minute. At least they put the actual numbers. Yeah, this is a perfect example here. Thank you for doing this, Ben Knoll. Props, shout out. Could have left it just at dark blue where it said 200 and above. Actually went to the trouble to put in the 605 below Lake Michigan there. See, this is the difference. 200 to 600, that's a 3x off the chart increase. It's showing you something that should be measured, and Ben did this here for us, but why is not every forecaster, are they trying to hide something? 600, 370, 485. The percentages going 6x on the snowfall, 4.8x on the snowfall. Look over there just a little bit above, like say Virginia, 790 or a 7.9x increase in snowfall. That's a very big difference from, it's at 200 and it pegged the chart. This is a gigantic anomaly covering an enormous part of the United States. Now you start to add all these things together where we're off the charts on temperature. They won't show us the true how far off the chart. The wind speeds are way off the chart, but they won't show you how far off the chart. This is an example. Is it a 5x, a 6x, or a 7x off the charts? Why are we not allowed to see this? Would they want to spook? Maybe it's not to spook. I don't know. As we wrap up 2025, it's a good time to slow down and reflect on the year. If there's one thing we all learned, it's that uncertainty isn't temporary. It's the world we live in now. Waiting for things to go back to normal isn't a plan. It's a gamble. For over a decade, my friends at Noble Gold Investments have helped Americans protect themselves and the people they love by diversifying their wealth in gold and silver. No one knows what 2026 will bring, but one thing's for sure. In an uncertain world, real wealth isn't digital, it's physical, it's lasting, it's yours. So when you're sitting around the table this holiday season, surrounded by family, remember the best gift you can give isn't under the tree, it's peace of mind. So before the year ends, take one smart step toward a safer future. Visit 2030gold.com and get your free wealth protection kit today. That's 2030gold.com. And this holiday season, if you open a qualified account with noblegoldinvestments.com, they're going to send you 10 of these 1-ounce silver rounds. Holiday season's greetings. And on the back, we have the Happy Snowman, which melts at 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Silver, 1,763 degrees. It's metals. Your stockings are waiting for these. Head to 2030gold.com. Click on that link in the description box below. And if you look up Western Canada, again, I'll just say it again, off the charts. But what we do get a measurement for is the temperature anomaly Fahrenheit coming in 11th through, say, the 15th, another week or so. And some of those temperatures are 20 Fahrenheit below the normal. But it's already getting chillier at the mid to the end of December here. Now, here's an interesting one. Weather models putting this one out. These are the daytime high temperatures, but the anomaly for the high temperatures for the day, that blue area, dark blue, looking at 26, 27, below the normal average for the highs of the day. And sometimes these highs don't even get up into the above freezing marks. We're going down into sub-zero temperatures in the evening on this. But notice the chart, how it does show you where it could go below that, not off the chart. See, this is a difference here. Weather models putting actually different bands in there to show you the full striation and possibility of temperature differences where others are not. NOAA, thank you very much. Pivotal weather, even when it goes above the chart where you can see 40 below Fahrenheit on the anomalies here, they actually mark it 41. So if it goes above and beyond, it is marked. Why not with other charts? See, this is cleverly disguised. And again, pivotal weather, weathermodels.com, Ben Knoll doing a very large service to us, the populace, to allow us to see the true numbers that are coming out. Why is it part of the entire weather ecosystem is hiding this incredible surge in cold and snowfall and wind velocity or speed? And another genre of the same exact science and study is showing us what it is truly going 6-7x above normal. You see this diametric opposite here of obfuscating and hiding information or being truthful and showing the information. You have to ask yourself, why is half of this being hidden from us from major news sources? Should it not all be out there for us to see? Jumping over to NOAA's 6 to 10 day temperature probability, not snowfall temperature, below normal where it's blue, but way below normal where it's dark blue. You like clouds? It looks very much like these temperature charts, just some strangeness of the clouds we're seeing as well. Nothing to see here. Jumping over to Europe, December 15th, we're seeing the same, starting to chill out, for a better term, Black Sea, Russia down to Turkey. I thought that's a very unusual spot for it to get incredibly cold. Don't see that too often, just pocketed in like that. And that's actually part of a break off coming from northern Siberia and some of that same cold that got knocked off of the stratospheric warming event that's over our direction. Look how far it extends down into the Middle East, all the way down to Iraq, down into Saudi Arabia even. And as we move forward another whole day, it still gets stickier and cooler further down, at least 20 Celsius below the normal temperatures. And if I may be so bold to zoom into the Middle East cold, Yeah, that's something that you should frame right there. You don't see that every day. But pulling out later in the month, what we're starting to see is a vortex, cavitation, better term for that, spinning in on itself. So you can see the arrows directing the wind flows in over the Arctic. Now, generally, it's a stratospheric warming event that occurs, dissipates. This has knocked the polar air mass completely off. Not only has it happened 3 times prior, but this will be the fourth and most intense of them all. So as we progress more into the winter, it gets cooler the further we go in. So those January, February temperatures are brutal compared to November, December temperatures. We're going to get that same Arctic air knocked off yet again, progressing further south here, but it's going to be far colder because the average temperatures are generally far colder in January than they are in like late November. Case in point, that dip in the jet stream that's going to bring incredibly cold air down to Tennessee, right where I'm living at the bottom of that jet stream there is also going to freeze the southeast yet again. But as you work your way further up into places like, I don't know, Pennsylvania, New York, absolutely brutal record cold inbound here. And this takes out to the 20th again, off the charts, cold in these same areas once again. And it's starting to match up very much like you would see during the Maunder minimum with that striation over our grow belts of below normal temperatures. But get ready for that super freeze again. Look at Louisiana going out coastal and offshore out into the Gulf. Wow. If this comes out to be true, it's going to see snow along the beaches like we did last year. And may I show you the 80-degree Fahrenheit below zero, sub-zero wind chill in that same area. Again, weathermodels.com showing us the true readings. If you go to the right, you'll see that as off the chart. Now, other agencies would have left it off the chart for your imagination to fill in. Couldn't be that much past 70, could it? It's actually going to be 80. So shout out Weather Model showing us the true data here. The true. But I'm wondering why there's not a band for 75 and then 80 or 85 and 90 Fahrenheit. Oh, wait. It just doesn't happen that often. It doesn't happen where they need those extra bands in there, but they're becoming incredibly common right now. Has been for a couple of years. Maybe time to change the charts, ratchet that thing up to 90 below, and it'll fit in eventually in there, and we'll get to see the true temperatures. Because all of this change that governments are preparing for, is it going to be a sudden onset of something cold like this? It's going to destroy crops across the planet, delay our planting seasons into pushing back where we only get half harvest coming out of our fields? Or, what is coming that everybody in global governance is preparing for? And they are preparing for it. Could this be one of the reasons? The super freeze will not stop. We'll see as we come into spring, but until that time, please get yourself ready. This is going to be a possible power outage event. There's going to be such draw on the grid and, the different sectors that are going to rotate electricity around like we did last year. And the TVA pulled up to the PJM and everybody's flip-flopping and ERGOT's going over here, or excuse me, ERCOT, not ERGOT. So anyway, take care. Get ready for this. It's going to be one event through like the 12, 13, 14. It's going to pull back for a second. Wham, we're going to get hit at the end of the month again here. Right around Christmas, it's going to be brutally cold in so many places. So ready yourselves from that. You got travel plans. You might have to, think about moving those around and also getting your homes ready for this type of cold and also power outages. So I wish you the best in your preps. I'll see you next time. Please share with your friends and family. And if you're still looking for Christmas gifts, Alfa Vedic Dental Solutions, holistic tooth care. That link's in the description box below, along with the newsletter for the Civilization Cycle podcast, talking about issues just like this, 2 hours at a time on our live radio show. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.